the life just got sucked out of the room. The vibe just changed. I mean, he said those words, everybody was just silent. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. It was so tense. What's happening, guys? It's Thomas here. Hope you're doing well. Last night I was tracking some solos for my band McRocklin and Hutch, and I'm using a quad cortex actually that I'm using here today. It sounds great, and I've got some killer patches coming for that soon. So anyway, I'm tracking these solos, and I got thinking back to this time that I was in a recording session in Hollywood, and there was a lot of massive music industry folk there, and it turned out to be the most brutal, awkward recording session that I've ever been in. I mean, it was absolutely horrendous. So I'm sure the sadistic side of you will enjoy this story that I've got for you today. Let's get right into it. Just real quick, I want to thank everyone that's purchased my new course, Guitar Techniques 101. On the previous video, we announced that we've launched it with a massive 90% reduction. And remember, with this course, you get lessons on tapping, sweep picking, bending, hybrid picking, legato, rhythm playing, and pick sliding. So there's a lot of techniques covered in the course, and it's great for both beginners looking to implement these new techniques into your playing and you want to know the correct approach to these techniques, or if you're an advanced player and you want to take your playing to the next level. So that's mcrocklin.com/sale. Grab the deal whilst you can. Let's get on with the video. Let's do it. Alright, so some of you may know that I had a band in the 90s called Band for Good, which was produced by Steve Vai. Now, we released an album called Refugee, but there was actually some other tracks that were made as singles that didn't get released. One of those tracks, Nothing Great About a Heartache, that actually had a sort of music video shot for it, but I don't think it was officially released. In addition to this, though, there were some other tracks, and one of these tracks was called 24/7 Sexy. I kid you not. 24/7 Sexy. Now, as if the name wasn't cringe enough, the riff for this track was something like this. If anybody from Bad for Good sees this video, they're gonna have nightmares because that riff just haunted us, you know? Anyway, it had that riff along with some shit keyboards and terrible 90s drum samples. I mean, you can imagine, you know, you know, vomit. The sort of nicest thing I can say about this song was it was absolutely trash. I mean, truly a shit song, right? Now, this track actually had a lot of talent drafted in to write it. I mean, guys from like Bruce Springsteen's team and stuff like that. Jimmy Iovine had some play in it. It was just like a lot of people involved. Classic case of just not having your ears to the ground, because at this time, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, and even the songs that Bad for Good were writing when we were left to our own devices was far better than this garbage. But the studio session was booked. It was in a massive studio in Hollywood, and it was my turn to go in, yay, and record my guitars. Ooh, you can tell I really love this track. Anyway, I nailed the rhythm stuff. That went down first takes. I mean, it was pretty simple. But it was time to track some solos. Now, for some reason, in this recording session, there was a lot of people. I mean, there was A&R guys, there was record execs. Jimmy Iovine himself, as we'll find out in a little bit, was there. My dad was there. Management was also there. So it's like 15 to 20 people in this recording session where typically it's going to be, you know, the guy doing the recording, maybe a recording engineer, maybe the producer. You know, it's very small, it's intimate, and it's your time to get creative, you know, you're in that zone. But in this instance, there's quite a few people there, but it didn't really bother me. I was fine with it. So it's time to record the solo. Now, I'm sitting kind of, you know, in a chair, I guess, kind of like this, and then just in front of me is the recording engineer. Now, this guy seemed like he was a little bit of a hotshot. I mean, he's doing lots of things like big movements to get to that record button, and he's just really like, normally recording engineers, you know, they understand that you know the song and stuff like that, but he's gone like 5, 6, 7, punch. Why does it look like he's going swimming when he's hitting that record button? Why? And it's like, it was just a little bit over the top, and I'm thinking like, yeah, I've been around a lot of recording sessions. I certainly don't need this guy giving me visual clues as to when my part's going to come in and stuff like that, you know? Anyway, he was doing this big over the top, going for the recording thing. He's giving me like lots of clues like this, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, what's going on here? It's like a fucking circus in here. Anyway, I get my first solo tracked, okay? And it's all right. It does the job. It's passable. But, you know, we want epic solos. So we move to the next take. It gets a little bit better. We go to the next take. And it's getting better. So we're up in the ante. Each take, it's getting better. And a couple of takes later, and things really start to cook now. And I could feel, you know, that excitement. There's a little bit of chatter after each take, you know. Oh, that was a good take. Each solo's getting better and better. And then randomly, we get this one take that absolutely wipes the floor with everything that we've done previously. This solo was just absolutely the keeper. It was the one. After the engineer punches out from record for this take, everybody in the room starts talking, and we all know that's the keeper, that's the one. Jimmy Iovine shouts up from over on the couch, "That's the one!" So we've got the golden take, we've got the keeper, the room is hyped up now. Jimmy's sitting over on the couch, he's hyped up, I'm hyped up, he can see I'm hyped up, so he shouts out from the couch, "Go for another one!" So the engineer rolls the track back, hits play, punches me in, and I go for another solo. But unfortunately, it's way back to take 1, take 2 sort of territory. Never mind. The room kind of goes, never mind, blah, blah, blah. Chitty chat, 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 chat. Everybody's talking. While I'm still sitting in my chair, and the engineer's in front of me, and I can see his body language changes instantly. And then he just slowly turns round, faces the entire room of people, and he announces that he's just recorded over the previous take. Shit. The life just got sucked out of the room. The vibe just changed. I mean, he said those words, everybody was just silent. You could cut the atmosphere with a knife. It was so tense. I mean, even me, I was sat there and I was like, shit. Jimmy Iovine gets out of his couch, walks over to the guy, arm around the shoulder, comes in, he whispers something in his ear. I don't know what he said.
"Step into my office."
The guy gets out of the seat, leaves the studio, gone. Just gone, never to be seen again. Jimmy takes his seat and becomes the recording engineer. And we get some decent takes, to be fair, but no golden take. Oh man, reliving that was kind of hell. So there we go, a fun story from back in the day. If you enjoyed this story and you want to see more, let me know in the comments and I'll fish some more out for you. And thanks again to everyone that's purchased Guitar Techniques 101. Remember, you can get that course for just $29 right now during this introductory offer period. Enjoy, and I'll see you back here real soon. All right, take care for now, guys. Cheers, bye.